of the Breaks Radio. I am one of your hosts, CEO Hayes, and it's just the fellas tonight. Mary had some business to take care of. She may join us a little bit later, but she may not. But first up, we got the great one in the building. BTG's here. What's going on, bro?
Oh, the frat house is open. Some stale pizza in the corner. Somebody left the refrigerator open. That means my root beer is warm. Marquise did it.
Man, I was getting ramen noodle. Chill out.
Somebody broke the sliding door, the glass door.
That's funny. I'll ask a question, but first let me introduce the hip hop historians in the building. What's up, Marquis?
What's up? What's up? It's great to be here, like always. Talk to us. But you gotta ask.
What was your bachelor meal that you look back now, you're like, I can't believe I ate that shit? Like mine, so I moved out of my mom's house when I was 18. It was like a week after I graduated high school. And I couldn't afford that shit. So like I had no kids. My shit, I used to seriously take bratwurst and ramen and chop it up and put it in my ramen noodles, and I used to eat that shit like 3 times a week because that's all I could fucking afford. And then when I got paid and I wanted to get a little fancy, I put shrimp in the ramen noodles. That's what
Oh, look at this.
Did you dab a little lemon and soy sauce in that?
You already know. Come on now.
Alright, so niggas, so niggas is mad broke. Top ramen story.
Talk to us.
It was I had a roommate from Oakley, not Oakland. Do I know where Oakley is at? No. But he was from Oakley, California. And he had this invention that I've never seen in my life at that period of time. This nigga was putting sliced cheese in his ramen, call it cheese ramen.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that before.
Now look, I'm like, I put other things in my ramen. I never had put cheese in there. I put cheese in there, it changed my life. It did. And I ate that several times a week. You want to know why? Because I was broke, nigga. It was top ramen and it was chocolate chip cookie dough. Yes.
All right. Whoa. Okay.
I was broke. And my roommates, these niggas used to have on a fireplace 24/7. Nigga, what the fuck you need a fireplace for on in LA? It's hot. Turn that shit off.
So I can imagine the cookie dough kind of kept you stuffed because it absorbed the moisture and expanded in your stomach. So, that helped out there.
I cooked it the majority of the time.
Oh, okay.
All right, what about you, Marquis, man? What was that bachelor meal when you was broke as shit?
The only thing I did was I bought Mountain Dew and Absolute and called it an Absa-Dew. My drinking was just a little cheap. Other than that, everybody had the ramen noodle stories. I like spicy shit, so I had the Cajun ramen noodles and everything. The one thing I did, what everybody else did, making the cheese bread. What is it? With the iron.
Oh, grilled cheese.
Oh, cheese, grilled cheese.
The grilled cheese, yeah, the iron. That's probably the only.
So
I did that I remember that was out of it.
Let me tell you how broke I was when I first moved out of my parents' house. Right. So my very first place. And I was only there for a few months. I moved into this 2-family flat because the rent was they were only charging me like $300 a month, right? No stove in it though. So I got the toaster oven, right? That's why I'm so good of a cook now. I made some meals in that toaster oven I ain't have no business making in that little bitty ass toaster oven, bro.
That's what's up. You made do.
Hey, listen. I was grilling chicken breasts, all types of shit in that motherfucker. Ribs. I made ribs in the toaster oven one time. I was so proud of myself. I had to cut the motherfucker, so I could only make 3 at a time. But nonetheless, they got done and they got it.
You were dedicated. You were dedicated to them ribs.
Yo, we some creative niggas. That's why our chitlins made. They give us chitlins. We made that shit good. I don't need it, but still.
Can we talk about this? I think we need to talk about.
We gonna get there.
We need to talk about how we've kept Top Ramen in business for look, it only jumped up 10 cents. Them motherfuckers used to be a quarter back in middle school. Now they 35 cents. Them niggas is smart. They smart.
We did keep them in business, bro. College will keep them motherfuckers. They owe us.
Yo, I gotta have some type of stock, something. I need 65% of the company.
Marketing, bro. They should be marketing to college students everywhere. You know that, right? They're the perfect brand for college students. That's a whole nother story, but yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. Oh,
Real,
and
real quick, real quick.
Hot
No,
Links
go
too.
ahead, go ahead.
Listen, Hot Links when I was broke as shit. But go ahead, bro.
Hot links.
Hot Links.
Oh, the spicy sausage.
Yep.
Yo, fuck that. That's probably the Indian chicken spot with the spicy ass chicken. The shit that burn a hole through you. You wake up at
See,
3 o'clock in the
you
morning.
talking about restaurants? I ain't have no money for that shit, bro.
Oh no. It wasn't a restaurant. It's one of those spots you went in, and it was a cage, and there was a window where you got your fried chicken. With a bunch of niggas out the door, 3 o'clock in the morning getting their chicken. That's what that was. Fuck a restaurant. That's what that was, bro.
Okay.
That was $5 for a nice, 3-piece and biscuit with some French fries. Yeah, my nigga.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. I don't know how the fuck we got started. I don't even know how we got here. But nonetheless, here we are.
Hungry. That's right.
We are here to discuss
here.
news in the culture. And so, first thing up, something that correct me if I'm wrong. And Baylor, you are a fucking prophet, because I believe you said something a few episodes ago about the Fugees getting back together.
He did. Yeah.
So, I'm going to come to you first in this one. Fugees are coming back to celebrate 25 years of the score. Not only are they just coming back for a performance, they're going on tour. Baylor, what was your reaction to seeing this, man?
Are they going to be there on time? That I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the first thing that popped in my head. Well, Lord, he'll be there on time.
Okay.
Because the shit gonna sell out, and it's good for hip hop. It's good for us. It's
definitely.
good. It's good for the adult hip hoppers. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if the younger cats are gonna tap in, but this is a good time to go back and tap into their history and things like that. Do your YouTube and do your Googles. It's good. It's refreshing. You know what I'm saying? And I want to credit the Locks to that. I think the Locks started some shit, man. I think they did. To me, that performance, Jadakiss aside, like, to me, that set like the standard of true hip hop right there, and that may have sparked some shit.
I like that
because I'm seeing it with the Puff, and which we'll get to, the Puff and JD thing. Man, I'll give all that credit. Don't get me wrong, Versus had a lot to do with that, but that performance seemed like it just set niggas off. Like, now niggas is like, now I want to battle now. Like, no, you can't duplicate that, but I like it.
It did the same thing, and you guys may think I'm crazy for saying this. That the Locks and Dipset battle did the same thing that 8 Mile did for battle rap, as far as like bringing a whole new set of eyes to what battle rap was. Like, battle rap was always that thing that was off to the side. The real hip hop heads knew about it. You were lucky if you got to see a battle. The moment that 8 Mile happened, more and more people were interested. So now we're at the point where we have battle rap on pay-per-view. Like, so I agree with that point so much. But go ahead, Marquis. What's your take on it?
That was mind-blowing. I agree 100% with that. That if it wasn't for M and 8 Mile, battle rap wouldn't be what it is today. And as far as return, I'm not going to go see it because there's only one person I would actually go see it for. There's not too many songs that I could say this is why I'm listening to the Fugees, because honestly, the first album wasn't that great. Second album was dope. The outtakes were dope, but how much material do they have without Lauren? And again, I'll say, somehow, if Lost Ones come out, that might be the end of the show. Grand opening, grand closing. some memories might get brought back. Nigga, you know what? So, but I'm there for that part. But you're right,
what if this is I mean, with them getting back together for a tour, maybe possibly a new album?
I don't want an album.
See,
again,
you say that.
A Lauren album.
Wait.
Unless it's a Lauren. Go ahead.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Okay, so here's my thing. I get what I understand why you would say that you don't want an album, but we are in a year where we've seen older rappers like Busta Rhymes and Nas come with classics, right?
Yep.
I almost think that a Fugees album would be better right now because Lauren hasn't released the album, because she hasn't had that outlet. You heard what she did on the verse with Nas. Like, I really do think that having them, if they can get along long enough, having them back in the studio, feeding off each other, we know what an amazing artist Lauryn Hill is. Praz is the guy who kind of he fits in where he can get in. But as well as, like, what if we get a track from the internet and the Fugees. You trying to tell me you wouldn't want that if we get a collaboration like the today's version of the Fugees collabed with the actual Fugees?
I would say this. I heard the verse, and I'll give you credit for the verse she had on Nas' album, but I also heard the verse she had on Pusha T's album, T's song. So I'm sorry. You have to have the right motivation. And granted, Wyclef, great production. We haven't heard any production from him since. I don't want to hear that. If you can bring that sound, that soulful sound that you can recreate from one album, because the other two, I'm sorry. Again, it all comes down to how Lauren feels. So no, I don't. I want to let her legacy just stay perfect in my eyes, unblemished. I want to see her do an album with Nas. That's it.
We've been wanting that album for 20 years. Like,
and what they just did just reiterated my point. Like, I need that in my life. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So here's my next question. Fugees going on tour. It's not going to be just them. They're going to bring some acts along with them. I'm going to present this idea to you. This is just me speculating. No rumors, no nothing. The Fugees, the Roots, and a Tribe Called Quest on tour. Do you go to that?
Absolutely. Who's gonna do Fife's verses?
They got to do them as a squad.
I would absolutely see that. If you had a little daylight in that too, yeah, I'm definitely there.
Listen, that may be too much.
I'm definitely there.
I have never seen De La Soul live, bro. I don't even know if they still perform together at all. If De La Soul is within a 400-mile radius from me performing, I'm going. I've never gotten to see them live, and De La Soul is one of those groups that I didn't appreciate until I was probably late 20s, and I was like, I had to go back and listen, and I was like, I used to think these motherfuckers were corny, but no, they on some shit. So I would love that. Go ahead, Baylor.
Go ahead, Baylor.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Would you go see them on tour if they were with Tribe Called Quest?
No, it was something. It was something else about about Fight Dog. I don't understand why they just can't let his verse rock over the speaker. You know what I mean?
Let the crowd do it.
Because everybody else is going to join in, but like, let's hear his voice.
Because nobody knows his verses.
Well, let him. That's even more of a reason let's hear his voice then.
So instead of back it up.
Yeah.
With Scenario, that'd be crazy. I can see that. Here's the crazy thing. This was asked to me a little bit ago about what Q-Tip brought to the world, because Q-Tip lyrically, thank God Consequence wrote his rhymes, but Jungle Brothers were the originators. De La Soul was right there, and if it wasn't for a Tribe Called Quest, we wouldn't know none of them. That's the real shit. So I pay homage to Tribe Called Quest. Like, they are the originators of the backpack rap. But if there was that show, to your point, I would see that. Fugees by himself? No, wouldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Nope, can't do it. Nah. Wouldn't be prudent.
And I on record, I said I give this 3 months tops before they broke up again. That's.
I agree with you.
Yeah, just if they make it longer than 3 months, that is nothing but a testament to growth and Jesus himself. Because
God.
But let's move on to the next topic. Joyner Lucas decided, he decided that today was going to be the day, or this weekend was going to be the weekend that he said, fuck the industry. What do you guys make of this Karen Civil, Joyner Lucas shit while I fix my camera?
When I tell you, when I tapped into that room, I could not get out of that room. Like, that shit went off, and it was still going after she left. I was on Twitter saying, Karen, come back. You need to get all of this. But it was multiple storylines. You had the Joyner situation. You had the Nip situation. You had the Jess situation. And I will say this, I wasn't in the locker room, so I don't know what happened. But the way she broke everything down, and she still got barked at. When I tell you the amount of LA people that came for her neck, just based off of the Nipsey information alone, the Joyner situation, they kept asking her the most simple question. Do I understand or know why Wack is in everybody's business? I do not know. But apparently he's great friends with her, and he knows the industry like this, that, and the third, and he was defending the shit out of her.
You talking about WAC
On there.
100? That nigga need to
Yeah.
shut the fuck up, man.
So I agreed. And so she handled herself well before she had to get up out of it. And I think the reason she had to get up out of there is because she's in it's some type of legal situation she's in with another person, and that person ended up coming in the room. Therefore, she had to leave. It was just a lot of drama that I was there for that day. I was there.
That was Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was packed to the point where I kept getting text messages and DMs saying, "Yo, I can't get in." And then people were like, "Just keep trying, just keep trying." You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker had maxed out.
That's crazy, bro. Marquis, man, you're the hip hop historian. Did this make history for you? Where is this going down in the hip hop history book?
It's not too far, to be honest with you, not too far. Here's a problem. You had to be pretty fucking powerful as a black woman to cause this much damage, where you got away with it this long, and now it became a topic over the weekend. And I promise you, next month we won't be talking about it. So there's where we stand. Cameron called us out on Nori's on what's name's right on Drink Champs, didn't he?
Yeah,
he called out. So she's been called out here and there. It took someone to basically make a statement about this is how much fuck the industry, this is where I'm at, and everybody else, we the people decided to talk about it and make it an issue, and then she had to address it. Number one rule, you don't address shit. Never address shit. Because once you do, you're automatically seen as you might have done something wrong. So it's bad for her right now, but it's also publicity for her.
It is.
It makes our people look real bad, but it comes down to why did you fall for the bullshit after you already known from 2015 and beyond, she's been lying to motherfuckers. But now people know her name because a lot of people didn't know her name until this weekend.
That's true. And I think this is a good cautionary tale for young people getting in the game, right? And it's sad that we have to have a different artist that brings this stuff to light every 2 or 3 years, and Joyner did. There are a lot of people, when you come into this game, when you start getting noticed or whatever, that will come down on you like vultures. And that's exactly what happened in the case. Go ahead, Baylor.
I was going to say that was the more and more I started, I continued to listen, the more I realized, like, and I don't mean to say it like that, but I was like, man, poor Joyner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like he just, man, I mean, look, when the industry is going to tell you need to read your paperwork and make sure you know where your money is going, this, that, and the third. I think from what it sounds like, he just put all his trust into her. And again, I wasn't there. And again, I don't know if they actually settled it because I left after a while. So I don't know if they actually found her receipts or not. I just know that they kept bringing up, ask the manager. I'm on Twitter like, yo, ask the goddamn manager where the money went.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Real quick. Everybody murdering her for 60 G's, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all the lying. How many times motherfuckers been screwed over by white labels? Where's the fucking cry for that?
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely a level of hypocrisy when it comes to that.
Well, here's the thing though. I think it's, and I'm not defending this. I'm just identifying is that I think there's a level of we expect the white motherfuckers to try to get over on us, but when it's our own, it's like, come on now.
Yeah.
Okay. Then how come we doing that for Puffy? And for all the other black people that have screwed us over too. Like, come on, bro.
Well, there is a percentage. It's just not a high percentage. There's a high percentage that be on some. I don't fuck with Diddy.
Oh, he's still a billionaire. And number two, if this wasn't a black woman, would this be an issue?
Oh well, I mean, but look, no. What I'm saying is, who. It's just not enough of who's. It's just not enough of them.
My point is, she's the only person in the position she's in, and I'm telling you, they're Lil Wayne, baby, like, come on, bro. He almost had Lil Wayne killed. This one woman is now the center of attention for the world to see, and everybody's coming down on her. I'm all right,
but there was only one person. There was only one person. The Jess girl the one that spoke out a lot against her, right? And I think
Okay.
they have some type of legal issues going on. Nip is not here to speak for himself. Okay,
Okay.
Joyner was in there but wasn't talking much. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So when you bring up the whole
Gag
Little
order.
Wayne, when you bring up the whole Little
Okay.
Wayne thing, if Little Wayne is not tripping, everybody else is gonna stop tripping. We're still
Okay.
aware of what Baby did, but we're
Okay.
not like, yo, if this nigga not gonna defend himself or talk about it, there's no point of us talking about it.
Okay. So I'll take the side of Megan Thee Stallion and
Mm-hmm.
Tory Lanez. Like, we still didn't come down on him as much as we did.
I think they have came down on Tory Lanez enough, but because we haven't talked about it that much, it's like, and they secretly love his music. Niggas is still listening to R. Kelly too, Marquise. They just not talking about it. And for a person like me, I'm not on neither side because I don't really care for neither artist like that. But I do know that the information is still not out, and somebody lying. We just don't know who.
And I, and
Somebody's
I,
always lying.
And I think it too, people are starting to realize to not pull the trigger so early. And a perfect example of that is the Ti situation, right? Some people did pull it, and look, the case was dismissed. Now that still doesn't mean that he wasn't found not guilty. The case was just dismissed. But I think it's this thing where people don't want to get caught with egg on their face, especially like people in the industry who have platforms and stuff. They don't want to come out with a lot of vitriol against something like this because then what if some more information comes out a year later? Now you got to backtrack on that, and we know that we live in a history now where people don't like to backtrack, right? They don't like to have to retract statements. So I think now that they're just afraid to make them. They're afraid to make stances because they don't want to have to fix it later.
So then this weekend, this whole bombard bombs away.
People stop talking about it already.
They already
Okay. There you go. Okay.
stopped talking about it. But
Yeah.
for that moment, they had addressed her, and she addressed it back.
That's the problem. If she wouldn't have said anything, that's what killed her.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. STFU. Shut the
But
fuck
I mean,
if she would have just
she wanted to clear her name.
If she would have just had let people vent in Clubhouse, it would have like it would have been maybe a little bit on it. A couple of news sites would have reported on it. But then you had the blow up of her coming in the club room and it turning into what it turned on. Now we have our story, and that's
perfect example.
But she had too many. She had multiple D's
we had like
Clubhouse.
65 days and that nigga still ain't responded. I commented on. Listen,
go ahead.
Don't get me on that. I'm not gonna get sidetracked. Go ahead, Baylor. I'm sorry I stepped on your point.
No, I was just saying she had multiple issues inside that room. It wasn't just a Joyner situation. So she had to face all three topics at one time while people were like emotionally upset. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
she didn't have to do any of that. Why did she do that?
I think because of the names that was involved. You're talking about an artist that's still up and coming, right? Because even inside the room, there was a lot of people saying, I ain't never heard of this nigga. That's when I really felt bad. I'm like, this nigga is one of the dopest niggas out or whatever. You ain't seen his visuals? And so then we talking about Nip and his funeral and the backstory behind that. That got serious because now you got the whole city of LA looking at you foul. And then you already have an ongoing case going on.
So why are you addressing it? You can't address it if you have an ongoing case.
Because a narrative that was created through the media makes her look like the bad guy, and maybe personally she don't want to feel like that or look like that, especially to her folks. So she got out there and spoke.
How good she look right now? Did that help
She's
her
still cute to me, but what I'm saying is.
Parties, Baylor. Parties, man.
Let's go.
I know, man. He threw that right off the backboard, man.
Oh, man.
I had to reverse it real quick, Marquise.
Reverse.
It's not looking good for her right now, even though she defended herself very well, but she didn't stay for the whole thing. And then there was a lot of unanswered questions. So I agree with y'all. Will they be talking about it next week? Probably not, unless, you might hear the Joe Buttons and the Brilliant Idiots bring it up, but it's not going to have legs that last that long. And it's not a major step in hip hop either. But it is a fucked up situation, especially for Joyner Lucas fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it sucks that this is people still don't know who Joyner. And like you said, Joyner Lucas is literally one of the best MCs out right now. Period. And the fact that people don't know who the fuck he is still, and it's like, all right,
And
that's
he had dope moments in hip hop history when he
yeah,
went back and forth with Tory Lanez.
yeah.
Speaking of,
Him and
and
Logic.
he was on M album.
Yep.
So then, is that her?
What?
It might be.
I mean,
Bitch, it might
really?
be.
If you get on M album,
yeah, that and Lucky You was one of the best songs on that album too. I'm surprised that didn't kind of give him more of a trajectory. But we'll talk about Joyner Lucas
I
at
know the answer
another
to
point in
that.
time. He drops a lot of dope visuals, especially and the Will, like you would think that
Yep.
came out like 3 months after Bad Boy, the last Bad Boy movie dropped. Like you would have thought that would have shot him up, and then Will remixed the song. Like anyway. We'll talk about Joyner Lucas' career at some point in time.
Go ahead.
One of the better piece of news to talk about is Snoop Dogg. There was NFTs are all the new shit, and Tory Lanez also who dropped like this NFT thing that it fizzled out. Nobody gave a fuck. But this page,
that's a lot of money though.
I bet. I bet. But still, NFTs is like the new thing right now. And Snoop Dogg was apparently behind one of the bigger NFT. Like this is why Snoop Dogg is the motherfucking god, right? Is that this to go from being the epitome of gangbanging in hip hop to having a show with Martha Stewart to giving investment advice on Twitter behind a fake. I know we talk about Jay-Z's rebrand all the time, but we got to give it up to Snoop Dogg as well. Marquis, me and you both financial dudes. Were you surprised at this? Because I follow this page that it was Snoop Dogg.
I did not know that. I did not know that. Again, I can't put anything past Snoop. Remember, he also played the horse in a Disney movie. I mean, you had a Crip as a voice in a Disney movie. So nothing this motherfucker does surprises me. But this did surprise the fuck out of me. I did not expect this. I'm sorry. This is genius. And the crazy thing is, when I say like when Jay-Z said about the art he buys and blah blah blah, you have your advisors buying it for you. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if this is something he did himself. Like, yo, I'm doing this. That's how savvy I find Snoop Dogg. So he should be treasured. He's a national fucking treasure, bro.
Yeah.
This was amazing.
Yeah. And the cool part about it is we say, yo, I would have never thought this. But then when you think about it, you see Snoop on Corona commercials. You know what I mean? Like he did his own Olympic announcer, analyst, whatever you want to call it, with Kevin Hart. He's in everything. The only other person that does this is like Shaq, maybe. You know what I mean? And it's like at this point, at this point, like now I can see him in all kind of meetings. Like, yeah, we just inked that shit, cuz. Like,
yo, real quick, do y'all remember when Snoop Dogg had his show on MTV?
Oh shit, you're right. The skit show.
Oh my god, one of the skits was Cat and Pimp.
I don't remember that one. The one I remember was the one with the cops where he walked up to the cops and knocked their drinks out their hand and took off running.
Hey,
Snoop
just be doing shit. Hey, look.
Martha Stewart, like, come on, bro. Like,
Martha Stewart, Hayes, like, out of all people.
Listen.
And did she actually go to jail though?
Yeah.
Versus a nigga that never been.
No, he but yeah, small shit, but
small shit. But I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
More jail cred than he do.
And guess what? He is actually, if not the highest, he is one of the highest people up there that when you smoke and get high, if you say you got Snoop Dogg high, you can never reach that. You can just never reach that. He is like the pinnacle of being high.
Listen, if all three of us ever smoke with Snoop Dogg, I'm letting you know right now.
I'm
packing my bags. I'm going to heaven.
I'm done.
Remember when I said nobody died from weed?
Exactly.
That'll happen.
I feel like Snoop Dogg will piss a tree. Like that's what I feel like happens. Like
what was it? Was it the Dave Chappelle skit? Was it the Dave Chappelle skit or something else where the nigga was he was sitting on the steps and he was like, "Let me hit that, cuz." Oh no, that was
How hot? No.
no. Half baked.
half
Yeah,
baked,
half baked.
half baked. Yo, he was dogging that.
All right.
Yo.
Hey, he said,
No,
damn, cuz I barely hit this shit.
One of the most gangster shits I've ever seen a motherfucker do. Remember, Nas brought it back to where everybody was afraid of Suge. This motherfucker dropped a song called Pimp Slap. Aimed right at Suge. Who did that? There was no rapper dare do some shit like that. He did, and no repercussions that we knew of. But
he had to go to New Orleans after that. So
no, this was before that. The blue carpet treatment came out way after he was in New Orleans.
Did he?
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. He had another diss track, right? And
no, the blue carpet treatment came out with Drop It Like It's Hot. That's when he was up with Pharrell. This was his 5th or 6th album. I remember this because he went to Master P, his 3rd album after Dogfather. That's when he did the 4th album when he did whatever with Snoop Dogg with Timbaland. But his 5th album is when he was back in Cali and dropped Pimp Slap. Because they said an Exhibit bitched out. I'm not going to bitch out like Exhibit.
Oh yeah.
He saw him face to face.
Yeah.
He saw him face to face. That was one of them. Like, you know what? Whatever that skinny motherfucker. I will never put anything past Snoop. I will never doubt him. I will never question. So when I saw this shit, I was amazed and it clicked. It's Snoop. Ain't nothing he can't do. So
there you go.
That nigga will ascend in a cloud of smoke, rising up and pass the joint to God. Like, yo, I'm here now. Let's go.
All right, moving in. We got some music to talk about. First, Marquis, now me and Baylor haven't got a chance to listen to, so we'll do the full review next week. But clearly this AZ album has resonated with you because you've brought it up like two or three times at this point. Do you want to tease it?
So I'll say this.
Go ahead.
I'll say this. Before I even say that, when I say this, I need both of you. The first thought that comes to your mind when I say AZ, what's the first thing you think of?
Nas.
Yeah.
AZ?
Nas or the firm.
And that's the problem. The problem is AZ is trying to live up to the expectations that we have of him. He's never lived up to the expectations he has of himself. He's always going to be in Nas's shadow because of that.
But he was always dope outside the shadow, though.
But that's it. But he stayed in the comfort zone. He's never done anything outside of the same formula and used his lyrical prowess.
He was a much better Lloyd Banks. And
everything.
That is a fair comp. I have never thought about that. That is a fair comp.
I was thinking this earlier, but lyrically, he's better.
Yes.
The song choice, the beat production, everything like that, he's still trying to live that do or die theme. He's lyrically much more nicer than that. It felt like after he did Illmatic with Nas, he saw that Nas kind of went to the It Was Written and the persona of the flashy gangster because Biggie made it fashionable. It seemed like AZ did the same thing. And it's like, but you're not Nas and you're not big. You still have this one-dimensional style, but you're actually smarter than the shit that you're putting out there. Like, it felt like he puts shit out for us that he thinks what we want, but not the shit that we need. And that's my problem with AZ. The same thing happened with this album. His guest features were pretty cool, but this album just fit in his background.
I think to me it feels like he just didn't want to deal with the industry.
But then you're doing industry shit. So industry.
But he want to make music.
Yeah, but now you're making songs that are more. You take a sample of a '90s or '80s or classic R&B and then make a song out of it. It's the same formula. That shit is done back when Diddy did.
No, I mean you could be a hood rat and not be in porn. Hey,
I swear to God. All I heard was a cucumber tastes better a pickle. Huh? What? Oh, yo, you shut me the fuck up.
Oh my Jesus Christ! Whoa,
I don't know. It sounded better in my head.
man, listen. Okay, is AZ the most
I'm good.
underrated rapper of all time?
No,
Who?
no,
Okay, you know he
no.
was voted the most underrated rapper of
Method
all
Man is.
time.
Method Man is.
You think Meth is underrated?
Yeah.
Lyrically, yes, I do. I think people love him more for his flow, delivery, and his persona than they do his actual lyrics. I think he's the most
I
underrated.
think they're blinded by who the industry put a lot of money behind.
Mm.
Buster, maybe.
Oh yeah, okay. I know where you're coming from. But because lyrically and content wise, Method Man and Bus supposed to be up there with the usual suspects that we
Yes,
always say.
but we never put him there, right? That's I 100%. I mean, I can put Redman in there too, but
Hey, everybody knows my feelings on Reggie Noble. So, um, but all right, let's get off that. I asked you guys. I put an album on the list that I really wanted you guys. I know you guys hadn't heard of Little Sims. Sometimes I might be an introvert. Who
I
wants to?
listen. This sounded. Hear me out, because this is gonna go into our next take for our next album. This sounded like the female version of Common. Um, the production on a few tracks was solid, and it's just one of those albums where you got to sit back and listen to what she say, because there wasn't a standout track to me where I was like, this is dope. I ain't gonna lie, she had some smooth sounding interludes that I liked. That was like a minute long. Um, I don't know I gotta go back. I gotta go back and listen to her old stuff. So I feel like I got to go back to the old stuff to understand this project, and it was a long ass project at that.
That's fair.
So
um,
it wasn't something that sounded bad. It was just it sounded okay. The album was okay to me to where I'm gonna go back and see if I can find something.
She puts me in the mindset
wait,
of ill. Go ahead.
wait.
Go
Hold on,
ahead.
I have to. I'm sorry. Fuck that. This shit was fucking phenomenal. Let me tell you how great this fucking album was to me. I heard the first song, and I was like, all right, let me step away from it. And then I pressed something on Apple, and I heard Venom, and I was like, holy fuck, who is this? I listened to the album again. I sent it to my friend Elise and Jake, her husband, that's in England, and like, yo, listen to this shit. Listen to this shit. I've been playing this album all day, and if it wasn't for the fact that I had to review another album, I've been playing this again. This shit was fucking phenomenal to me. I'm sorry. That introvert song, Woman, I Love You, I Hate You, down to Misunderstood, the jazzy, she did the worldwide sound too. She had the African, like, fuck that. Granted, this could have been a separate album. The style that she went, because she put a lot of stuff into this album, all the different styles. I think it took away from her actual lyricism and the hip hop value of the album. And then she invited the world sound to it. It kind of it took away from what the album represented, but it was still a phenomenal sounding album. But lyrically, she's nice. Like, I respect her as a rapper. Like, lyrically, she murders some shit. Some of the shit she said, I was quoting. I had to rewind. I was like, yo, she caught that shit. That's my take on it.
She puts me in the mindset of I've said this before, and I know this isn't a popular opinion because a lot of people don't even know this artist. Il Camille, her Heirloom album in 2017, I think was one of the best albums of that year, and that was a year where a lot of great albums dropped. Little Sims puts me back in the place that I went to when I first listened to Il Camille, because she's a dope artist. The message is there. The content, she says shit that sometimes just seems like a catchy line that you have to go back to and listen, and then you'll be like, oh no, she said some shit here. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I wanted to put this on this list, is not only because female artists don't get their just due and the attention that they deserve in this game, I mean, we live in a time where people don't even take Rhapsody for as an amazing artist that she is. But
Yeah.
I wanted to put this on the list because this is just a good ass hip hop album. And I loved listening to it. It gave me, not many albums nowadays give me feelings, right? Like I get engulfed in the music that I'm listening to. Sonically, and I don't know who the producer was. I didn't look that much. Like she uses her voice as an instrument in the way that she raps, in a way that people don't use a lot nowadays. This album was fucking beautiful to me.
You said exactly one of the things that I highlight the most. When a musician, artist use their vocals as an instrument versus just rapping or spitting. That's what I caught from it, which made me appreciate her. I think she didn't play it safe. I started listening to some of her first album. She didn't play it safe here. She just threw it all out there. I think she threw too much out there. And this is why she won't capture a lot of our attention. But if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't listen to this album. I am glad you introduced me to this because I appreciate her. I love her. I'm going to be listening to her for a while. The shit is dope. Lyrically, again, she's there. She dances in and out of the track. Like she knows how to use her. I'm proud of her. I would love to know more about her. And you're right. I want to know about this production. Again, the only problem I have is she put too much into this album. Felt like it could have been a separate album. It reminds me of Mos Def's second album when he put a lot right away. It's a great album, but you put a lot. You gave us a lot. Lyrically untouchable, but it's a lot to take in.
Untouchable. She already sounds like she's better than most, but she might not.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Hey,
let's not go there.
That list's not long.
Mos Def?
No, most.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I said she sounds better than most women.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to separate them. I will say I respect her more than a lot of the content that's being put out there because they have to put that content to be sexy. She doesn't care about that. It's more of I want to have a conversation. I want to have a real relationship. Here's what I like. Here's the pressure of being an introvert. Here's my psychology. Here's my psychosis. I appreciate that.
Well, her album says why she needs to be separated from the pack.
Then. Yeah. But to the next song that we're going to talk about. Bro, what the fuck was Remy Ma thinking with this guy?
Oh my God, I was about to say, because I was like,
bro, I hate seeing people who are actually fucking dope ass artists and lyricists. This is the same motherfucker who dropped Sheether? This shit?
But she did it to herself when she dropped that second song against Nicki Minaj. Like, why? Why are you still dissing? You did Sheether. Leave it alone. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm convinced she let her child write this song, and that's why she went ahead and recorded
it. You ain't got nothing from me, because what she call herself? What did she call herself? The great grandmother or the something?
Shit.
It was something like that.
Oh shit.
This is bad. This was a bad look. Like the beat's kind of dope, and it's like Nicki of 3 years ago would have ate that shit. This shit, was she eating when she recorded it? Was she bloated? Like what?
What is the purpose of the song?
Didn't they play this on Versus?
Yeah, they did.
They played
the only snap that sounded decent in that. This shit?
Fair enough.
This shit was bad, man.
Oh, it was great. It was Great Godmother, was it? That's what it was. She kept saying it.
This is some bullshit.
Common.
Sense.
A Beautiful Revolution Part 2. What are your thoughts? We're moving right on. Common.
Look, okay, we've said this. We said what type of music Common makes.
Mm-hmm.
The whole entire album is not, let's put it like this. Common music is not for anybody. Everybody should listen to a Common album, right? The message there, the content is there, the jazziness of the production is there, it's smooth. I found one track off of this album that I played like 50 times today. A Place in This World. featuring PJ. I don't know who she is, but her voice is phenomenal. That track right there is phenomenal. The album is like, I don't know where you probably would play this in Leimert Park. Leimert Park has a lot of shea butter around there. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a lot of dashikis, shabazz, bean pies, shit like that. But the album is for everybody, but we just not gonna listen to it all the time.
So elevator music is known as like the generic shit, right? So this isn't elevator music. This is airplane music because it's like you don't want to get as relaxed as like on the elevator. It's not as quick. You know, it stays with you a little bit longer. But it's just like once you're off the airplane, it's like, you know what? I'm good on this shit. Like it's audio melatonin. That's what this album is.
Audio melatonin. That's crazy.
Oh shit.
And this the cool part about it is that we know Kanan can out rap a lot of cats. It's just, he gonna talk about politics. He gonna talk about the struggle. And let's be honest, we need to hear it. We just don't want to hear it all the time.
First of all, as somebody who's currently in a relationship and fucking Tiffany Haddish, I would expect him to be a little bit more lively. Like what's the point of being an old nigga fucking with a young woman if she's not bringing any more life into you? Like, what the fuck is happening? This album felt like the conversations that you have with your great uncle on the porch while you're having it, you're thinking, I can't wait till this motherfucker stops talking so I can go back and play basketball. But then there are gonna be moments where you think back to that conversation, you'd be like, you know what? He dropped some knowledge on me. I didn't appreciate it.
He
did. Like
he did. But
Hey,
have you ever hey, watch this though. Have you ever got lectured, right? And you did nothing wrong? That's what this shit feels like. Like, nigga. Yes, but I didn't do nothing.
Oh my god. Oh shit. I'm just gonna say this. His name sums it all up. It's just common.
Yeah.
That's sorry.
Hey, man. Hey, that track though, I literally a place in this world. Go listen to that track again. I really love that track. The production and all.
I feel
and
that.
he dropped a line in there. What did he say? He said there's more content than there is character. I was like, oh,
a place in this world?
Yeah. It's down there. He got like 40 tracks. It's down there. Featuring a lady called PJ.
I know. There's Set It Free, A Beautiful Chicago, The Star of the Gang, and Imagine.
You named 4 tracks. He has like 29 songs on that album.
You talking about A View for Revolution 1?
Yeah, bro. You listened to part 1. Part 2 is only 11 tracks.
No, they're combined. The one I listened to was combined.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
You did the combination for both of them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. And you listened to that whole thing and you didn't go
I listened to it
coma?
Twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
Hey, y'all look disappointed in me. You know I gotta run it back twice.
Wait, what's the song?
Oh.
A Place in This World.
Oh man.
Dude, that's from the first album, bro.
He said he listens to the ones with them combined, but anyway.
I listened to it combined.
Man, it's like
that nigga's stuck.
Hey, well. Hey, tell me if they both sound alike.
They do. They sound common.
All right. Woo, moving on. Listen.
Well,
Jesus. I love us. Moving on. We got Black People Like Rock too. Marquis, what you got for us this week?
So one of my favorite bands of all time is coming out with an album this year. Red Hot Chili Peppers, give it away, give it away, give it away now. And it's produced by the super producer, one of the most respected producers of all time, Rick Rubin. I am excited for this motherfucking album like you wouldn't believe. I've never heard a project that Rick Rubin was on that was bad or mediocre. There may have been some, okay, I get it. But this is fucking magnificent. I personally, I know their style is, there's a lot to their style, but you got to respect them. There's no other band that sounds like them going back to the Foo Fighters. This is that kind of like Mount Rushmore if it crumbled down and created a bunch of other tiers. That's where Red Hot Chili Peppers lives for me. They're one of the greatest bands that's fun, funky. They picked up Parliament style and everything like that, but I appreciate the fuck out of them. How much do you both know about them? Is there anything you would like to share about the Red Hot Chili Peppers that kind of makes you feel like I love this or I hate them, but please share.
Red Hot
I only
Chili
know their
Peppers.
commercial hits.
Yeah, I only know most of the commercial music as well. Red Hot Chili Peppers, where their height was at a place before I really started appreciating rock music. And I can honestly say now that I do have a very high appreciation for rock music, I have not gone back and listened to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So that may be something that I need to do. But I will say, anything Rick Rubin touches, sign me the fuck up for. When you look at Rick Rubin has been producing albums for 5 decades. I mean, tracks for 5 decades. No other producer has the longevity of Rick Rubin. Not Dr. Dre, not JD, not Puffy, not name any producer you want to. Not RZA does not have the longevity of what Rick Rubin and his contribution to music, much less what he is to hip hop wouldn't be what it is today if it wasn't for Rick Rubin. But music as a whole would be stunted if it wasn't for Rick Rubin. So the fact that he is working with the Red Hot Chili Peppers alone, sign me the fuck up.
So, Baylor, I'm just gonna say this real quick. I'm just gonna point out a few things. LL Cool J, I Need a Beat. Run DMC, Christmas in Hollis, Public Enemy, Yo Bum Rush the Show. It Takes a Nation to Hold Us Back. Like, Radio. Run DMC, Raising Hell. License
Radio,
to Ill.
crazy. Radio.
Walking with the Panther. Like, the Black Crowes, Andrew Dice Clay, Slayer, Ghetto Boys. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood,
Johnny
Sex, Sugar,
fucking
Magic.
Cash.
Johnny Cash. 9 Inch Nails.
Pause.
AC/DC.
Rick Rubin produced for fucking Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. Let's like the versatility is bananas.
Sheryl Crow, System of a Down, Mick Jagger, The Cult, Tom Petty. Do you understand where we're going with this? Saul Williams. U2. He fucking produced Linkin Park. Jay-Z. Again, this motherfucker is doing Red Hot Chili Peppers album. Enough said. Oh, and he did Lady Gaga's Art Pop. And Eminem's Marshall Mathers LP and some of Yeezus.
Marshall
Black
Mathers
Sabbath.
LP. Marshall Mathers LP is my favorite album.
Adele.
No, from him.
So yeah, this is.
He did some Wu-Tang. He did some Kid Rock. Metallica. Yeah, I'm excited for this motherfucking project. Like you said, since the 80s, there is no other producer that has this much credibility. Weezer.
Quincy Jones.
Dylan. Oh. Yeah, Quincy Jones. Was he done lately?
I don't know.
When was the last time Quincy Jones worked on? Didn't he work on a
That
T.I.
motherfucker making
project
movies
in
on-
like the early 2000s?
Hey, I tried.
There's a show on him.
I
There's a
tried.
fucking musical about him. He made about him. Like, come on, bro. I respect that man for what he did, but he did a lot of shit that would make me respect that man for what he did.
It was Tevin Campbell.
And how that do for us? How that go for us?
What do you mean? Tevin Campbell gave him some hits.
He took some hits, too.
Tevin Campbell is like not cooking your food all the way, and you would have got Trey Songz. That's what Tevin Campbell is. No, wait, I take that back. I should not have said that.
All right, moving right along. Goddamn,
No, but
bro.
I'm a fan of Tevin Campbell though.
Raising Kanan. Let's get into the TV and film section. We gotta go because this nigga said Don't cook your food all the way. You got Trey Songz. All right, moving right along.
You want to wait for Mary for this one so I can catch up.
Huh?
I heard a lot happen. Wait for Mary to get on this one so I can catch up. But I heard a lot happen that I need to catch up on.
Oh, listen. The ending of this episode, the end, and this is the conversation that I want to have because next week is the season finale, and this may be controversial. So I'm gonna leave this, and since we're not reviewing the episode today, I'll leave it at this.
Go ahead.
This may be the single best season out of any season of any spinoff in the Power universe.
In the Power universe?
Yes.
Well, this is only the second one, right?
No, all of them.
I'm saying
all
of any one season of any Power of book 2, book 1. This is the
5 seasons of
5 seasons, all 5 seasons of book 1, the 1 season of book 2, and then the 1 season of this. I think this is my favorite, and this may be the best singular season in the whole franchise.
Because of that,
that's jumping off the cliff a little early because we ain't got the rush, right?
Well, there's only one more episode. We only got one more episode this season. That's it. And I can't see them. I can't see them doing anything in the episode that takes away from that. Like, it's possible, right? They can drop that last episode and it be a complete dud, and I'm like, oh, well, there you go. That fucked it up for you. But as of right now, I feel very secure in saying this is the best season that the producers of Power have ever produced from start to finish.
This is the greatest setup for the finale of the review of that show. I love it. I'm going to binge the fuck out of this next week. I promise you.
Only 10 episodes, and they're. I will say,
I gotta pirate it.
Episodes 5, 3, probably 4 and 5 or 3. That's when you can feel free to take a break. You'll be like, all right, Hayes is tripping.
Yeah.
But
because you heard us talking about at this point, like, it's time for a body to hit the floor.
Yeah. So you'll see it. Okay. But all right. Wu-Tang and American Psycho. You guys all caught up?
I think I'm missing one. The
one today.
You can't do it without her. You can't do it without her.
The one today and the one before that one.
You can't do it without her.
Oh, well,
that's
her
backbone. That's her backbone.
Good, because I'll be able to finish it tonight.
Okay. All right, fine.
That's Wolf.
Last topic for the day. Now, we had a very interesting concept in which I believe it started from us talking about the Common album and do the review. Baylor came up with an amazing idea, and that is for us to use food to describe artists, and we're all going to bring a plate. So, Baylor, because this is your concept, I'm going to let you take this one away first so you can set the stage for it, and then me and Marquis come.
Got you. All right. So this is my plate. This is my hip hop soul food plate, and I'm comparing artists to certain foods, whether they're sides or the main course.
Okay.
So I got me a good old Southern plate, right? And I'm going to name off the artists, and I'm going to tell you who they are on my plate.
Okay.
Jadakiss. That's my mac and cheese.
Mm.
Yams, that's my Nas. Cabbage, that's my Run DMC. Now, the reason why I put cabbage because cabbage, it's a throwback. It's a throwback side or whatever. A lot of younger cats probably won't eat it or whatever. But I know what it meant to that plate. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the biggest compliments to a plate. And they're one of the biggest compliments to hip hop. I'm drinking wine. That's Joe. And then my dessert is peach cobbler, and that's Missy Elliott.
Okay. All right. I got a couple of the same artists, but in different roles on mine. Marquis, you want to go next?
All right. So my collard greens, I got Black Thought. Consistent. I love them, and that's what it is. Not a lot of people love it, but it's always consistent for me. My mac and cheese is different layers, good, but it doesn't need to be on every plate. That's my J. Cole. My barbecue spare ribs are Kendrick. Always there for that shit. My fried fish, delicious, but it's sometimes has its bones in it. fucking magnificent, but you know what you're getting all the time. Sometimes you're not in the mood for it, but you're going to take it anyway. That's my M&M. My banana.
You about to say banana pudding. Don't play with me. You better come correct with that banana pudding, boy. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. If you mess this up, don't play with me with that banana pudding. I'm going to let niggas slide. Okay? But not with that banana pudding.
God damn, bro. Why?
It's a pressure. I need to know who that banana pudding is. I can't go to sleep.
Why? God damn. All right. Banana pudding, if it's cooked right, it's my favorite. But sometimes people fuck it up. It's my Jay-Z.
All right.
I'm a
cut out a
nigga.
Lifeline on that one.
I'm a bougie nigga, so my Wagyu beef is Nas. And I like hot sauce. That's my Busta Rhyme. Because that shit.
Pass the hot sauce. Pass the motherfucking hot sauce.
I put that shit on everything.
All right. Here's my list. First up, I got the greens, right? And that's because you can throw a little bit of everything. Depending on who makes them, they throw a little bit of everything in the greens. And greens transform from a vegetable into whatever the fuck we make them when it's all said and done. That's my Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. That whole 3 albums in a row, that's that.
Because if you make it right, niggas gonna dance to that.
Listen, exactly. My mac and cheese is the one and only. Always consistent, like my mama's mac and cheese. Missy motherfucking Elliott.
Okay.
All right. Okay. My protein, right? The thing that gives you substance every single time. And this one, look, I'm not just gonna go with turkey, right? I'm gonna go with fried turkey on this one. That's J. Cole.
Okay.
Right?
Because turkey could be boring too.
Yeah, exactly. Because turkey can be boring, but if you get that perfect cut of turkey, that one that's nice and juicy, it's a classic. All right.
For your eyes only, it'll put you to sleep. It puts you to sleep. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Then I gotta come with my dessert, right? And this is a classic. Right? It doesn't have much change. There's not much variety to it. My apple pie with a nice scoop of ice cream on top. Lauryn Hill, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, every single motherfucking time.
Because sometimes you ain't got ice cream.
Exactly.
Sometimes it don't show up on time.
Hey, and you know the people who bring the dessert, ready. If they come late, it's not a big deal. At least they came, right? So that's my plate.
Complaining about my lateness? I'm out here saving souls, nigga. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm mad. I'm mad. Nobody said iced tea.
With an ice cube in that bitch.
That's hilarious.
Oh man,
sweet kind.
Boom.
That's fun. And then you know what? I gotta take it back. I gotta add one thing, right? And this is, when we have our family get-togethers. You gotta have the off-brand soda, right? So,
oh shit.
So if they come with the vest, right? The vest, that's 50 cents, right? So the vest is right, but then when they come with the great value version of that, that's Ja Rule. So.
Oh my god.
Certain flavors of the off-brand hit really good, but
Hey, right now I'm about to put y'all on the spot. I just need one artist, one item, something that you don't like. It could be a beverage that you don't like. It could be a side that you don't like. It could be some candy that you just don't like.
Champagne cola, Drake.
I gotta give it to Marquis on that one. I gotta agree.
What you got?
The same goddamn thing. I'll name it something different. What's something that I hate that people love? Let's see.
You ain't even gotta hate it. It's just something that you don't eat all the time.
Pie. Oh, absolutely. Drake is like bringing pumpkin pie to a black people family get together that wanted sweet potato pie.
With whipped cream. With whipped cream.
With 3 inches of whipped cream on top of it. Like, it's more whipped cream than actual pie.
Core whip. And they call it core whip. I'm sorry.
Drake is like when somebody when the one white member of the family show up with the potato salad with raisins. It's like what?
With raisins and no paprika? No paprika?
No paprika. That's the greatest skit of all time.
Oh my god! Yes.
This has been a great.
Wait, Baylor has Baylor has something else to say.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, Baylor. Go ahead.
I didn't want. I
have to.
No.
I saw it.
No.
I saw it in your eyes.
I know you did. I can't do it, man.
I know you gotta. I saw it. I need it.
Cause y'all said Drake, and I thought of Kanye instantly, and I'm like, man, I don't want to. I was gonna call them pork and beans, cause we used to eat them back in the day. We used to like them.
You were gonna rob us of that? Oh shit!
I was trying to think of what for Diddy. Like, no, take that.
Yo, you were gonna rob us of that. We used to like them back in the day. You want the evening, bro? This episode's supposed to be called Pork and Beans. We used to like them back in the day.
Man, listen here. This episode, we got to get Mary to listen back to this. I just got to see her face when she listens to this. She going to be sitting there like, these motherfuckers. I can't leave these motherfuckers at all. This has been another episode of The Breaks Radio. Go ahead and give me your social medias, all that good shit. Let's get the fuck up out of here.
At Pork and Beans. At Baylorism on Twitter. At Baylor the Great on all other social media platforms. BTG for President. Open Roll with BTG. And go get y'all hip hop soul plate, man. Put that hip hop soul plate together.
Word.
You scared me with that banana pudding. I was about to. Boy, don't play with me.
Marquis.
Hey guys, you can follow Young River Mom. Shout out to my girl Mary.
Y'all make sure y'all follow Mary at Miss Mary Almonte. You can also follow me at CEO Hayes, the CEO Haize. If you want to follow us collectively, you can do so at The Breaks Radio. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, thebreaksradio@gmail.com. If you want to leave us a voicemail, you can do so at 614-547-2039. We are the #1 podcast for the culture, and this week, we out this bitch. Peace.
Word. Make sure you download that Little Sims.
Yeah, did I say I said Trey Songz is uncooked Tevin Campbell food?
My nigga.